Hi, I'm Missy Wryn. I'm a holistic natural horsemanship trainer. What holistic natural horsemanship is a method of training the whole horse. My specialty has been problem and dangerous horses, and most of the horses that I have received in my training program who were problems and had serious behavior issues typically were in pain, whether it was physical pain or emotional pain. I found that those pain issues needed to be addressed. So I developed a program, Holistic Natural Horsemanship, to address and work with the whole horse. My motto is, problems are not always training issues, and I want to train the whole horse for a safer ride. I'm just building this companionship with her, being fair and compassionate and gentle, and firm when necessary. Okay, now I'm going to do a run-up exercise. This is real important, building trust and confidence with the horse. When you can run up on your horse. Back up, back up, back up. She's still not the best back up yet, but we keep working on it, and every opportunity, I keep working it. She's thinking about that. Good girl. Okay, to run up, I want to run up to my horse. I'm going to have a big smile on my face that's telling her that she's a good girl, not to move out of my space, because this is the one time I will face my horse with eye contact and my shoulders square as I run up on this horse. But the smile on my face is going to tell her that she's okay. She loves to play in the dirt. Okay, here I come. And I'm going to just do it nicely, baby step, and see if it's a problem for her. No, but I need her attention on me. There you go. Here I come. Good girl, and I reach up and I just rub her face. Oh, she's all relaxed about it. So I'm going to get further back. And I jiggled a little bit because I don't want her following me. Here I come. Well, that got her attention, me running. Good girl. Good girl. I want to be able to run fast. And it's scary having a human, get back, running up on you. Good girl, but I want her to be able to do this. Here I come. And I just reach and I just keep loving her until she drops that head. Good girl. And you notice how she's turning her head to see me out of that right eye. So I need to work on this left side more to develop that left side. What a good girl. Here I come. Good girl. Good girl. And I'm just baby stepping her through this. I want to give her a heart attack. I want her to trust me. Build that trust and confidence. As you can see, all these exercises just build and build on one another, building our relationship, our companionship, trust and confidence in me as her leader. Good girl. What a good girl. Very nice. Oh, and she's putting her head down. Oh, what a good girl. Yes, very good girl. Okay, one more time. Here I come. Oh, good girl. And she's not moving. That's great. Oftentimes horses will just, I'm out of here, wow, and take off. And you want to help them. Don't jerk them. Don't force them. But hang on to the rope. Keep your hands up there and smile and encourage, you're all right, and get your hands on their face and get them to relax and drop that head. If she was to be too freaked out about this, I'd just baby step. If she starts to freak out, I'd go back to where she was good at it, get a starting point again, and then build from there. Good girl. You did a great job. So the next desensitizing we're going to do with Tilly today is tarping. I require every horse in my training program to be tarped before I ride. Now Tilly is here to be started under saddle, so this is going to help me considerably when I get to the point of putting a saddle on her. She needs to be able to carry that tarp on her body and have it over her eyes as well, quietly, rationally. So I'm going to help her with that today. And I suggest everybody tarp their horse. It really helps build confidence and trust. If your horse has to cross under something scary, they've had the tarp already on their body, touching them. Once she's had it on her body, then she'll need to cross the tarp as well. So above her and below her, she will experience the tarp today. So I'm going to introduce the tarp in a very small way. I'm going to make it small and introduce her to the tarp. So I'm going to fold it in many layers and then let her sniff it. Good girl. And encourage the curiosity. Good girl. Very nice. Now I'm going to shorten that lead rope as I do when I'm desensitizing. And I'm going to just come into the shoulder here. Just kind of touch her and rub her with it. Good girl. And then step away. Just touch, retreat. Good girl. Let her smell. And we're just going to, it's just going to love you. The tarp's going to love you. So tarp and my hand are loving her. Good girl. I'm just going to love you. And retreat. Good job. So she's going to identify with this tarp that there's good things going on. This is nice. I'm getting rubbed. I'm getting loved. This is nice. Good girl. Good girl. Down her feet. Good job. And look, she's relaxed. See where her head is? That's relaxed. Good. Now I've got that nose just in case she gets silly back here. Good girl. And I've got myself in a nice, safe position and ready to pull that nose if I needed to. Good girl. Good job. You're being such a good girl. And what I do on one side, I'm going to do the other. And then the tarp's going to start growing. So let me love you on this side. Tip that nose a little bit. Tarp's going to love you. Good girl. Good girl. And the tarp's going to love you some more. Good girl. Can I love you? Good girl. You need to smell that. She started backing up. I thought, well, you know what? She needs to check it out again. That's all right. Just try to read what your horse is telling you. She's going, you know, I need a little more time with that. I'd like to see that again. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, now she's licking and chewing. Isn't that great? Rubbing her. She's being so good. She's licking and chewing. Good girl. Very good. Now, the tarp's going to start growing. And if you've blanketed your horse, this is probably not a big deal. However, the noise might be a big deal to your horse. You may have been able to get a blanket on, but if it's not a noisy blanket, the tarp can be kind of scary because of its crinkling. And I want to make it crinkle. I want her to experience that noise. I'm going to love her. Tarp's just going to love you. And the tarp's going to start growing a little bit more. And then I'm going to step on the other side of her and deal with the tarp on this side as it grows. Good girl. And the tarp's going to love you. And you want to be careful because the horse can jump right into you. If you get this tarp up and around that offside, you want to be careful. She might get scared, and I got to be ready to bump her out of my space. Good girl. She's being very rational. Very good. And that head's down. That is nice. That tarp's just going to grow a little bit more, and tarp's just loving you. Yes, you're being such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I'm going to love you over there, and I'm going to love you. Oh, what a good girl. What a good girl. Now, if your horse starts to have a meltdown, take it back to a position where it's okay, where your horse is okay with it. Remember, don't force this. Don't force your horse to accept it. Allow them to adjust to the tarp as you're introducing it. She's backing up, so I'm just going to love her. And I need her head down. There. Good job. It's going to go on her bottom. Oh, yes, I know. You're so curious about things. And you know, their lips, their mouth is a way of touching, of tasting. The mouth is like a prehensile finger. You know how they can pick out the tiniest little seeds? So keep that in mind. If your horse is nibbling a little bit, if it's annoying, you know, tell your horse to knock it off. But I don't mind a horse just tasting a little bit or checking me out. That's not a bad thing. It's if they use teeth. And if they're constantly nibbling, then I'm going to get after them. But there's a little level of tasting, of touching me. She's just touching me with her mouth, checking. Oh, good girl. She's checking that out. There. Good job. You're being such a good girl. And the tarp's going to grow. Now, this can be kind of scary as it gets big and it plops over to that other side. So I'm positioning myself ready to jump out of the way if I need to. Good girl. I've had horses jump towards me when I do that, and that can be scary for them. So you just want to be careful. You do this slowly and take your time. If your horse starts to melt down, take it off. Bunch it up to be smaller. Good girl. She's checking that out. And then go back to finding the starting position. What are you doing? You going to pull that up and over you? I had a horse do that one time, put it up over his eyes, and he grabbed it with his mouth and pulled it even further. It was adorable. Good girl. She's licking and chewing. She's thinking about it. I'm just going to stand here and let her think about that a little bit. Good girl. Good girl. No biting, right? Good. I know you like to check things out and taste things. Not